MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with a bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Houston Astros.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Tyler Glasnow will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, we're watching a guy who's the reigning champion of the Cy Young in the American League last year. He's the American League Cy Young Award winner. That speaks volumes to his stuff and how he gets himself ready for games. He's always prepared. Lineups are afraid of him. And regardless if he's having a good outing or not, the stuff carries. So I want to see him have a good outing today. Well, let's take a look at the Stros defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And yes, they move players all over the field. They love to shift heavily into the analytics and really apply it to the...
Digging in, the switch hitter, Darren James.
Baseman, Darren James. Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
I tell you what, if you want to get a lead any time, any ball game, this is the one. Game 1 in the series, take that early lead and put the pressure on the other club to have to react to you, not you reacting to them.
Right there. Squared up.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Well, that's 2 strikes at the knees, and now you find yourself 0-2. I tell you, he's throwing the ball so well, you got to set your sights down low and look for any pitch down.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence is going to remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school of you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the plate a little bit more than the other.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Digging in, Danny Santana. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Danny Santana.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounded to third. To his right, James. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow. And definitely worth another look with our show track data. Great reaction from the hot corner to make the backhand stop, and then he unleashes that very strong throw while in the air all the way across the diamond. He's going to be smiling about that one. Ready for another chance. Darren James, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
James.
In there, 0-1.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
That's a good changeup. Got him to swing early in it. Now you got him set up. You can go back with the hard fastball or double it up with another changeup.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Johnson sprinting after it. He's got it one away. Ready once again. Darren James will match up with Tyler Glass now to lead off the inning. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 0-1. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that is through into right field for a single. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dan Vogelbach, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Runners off for second. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit. Throw into third, and he's safe.
Well, that was tremendous execution. The left-handed hitter, the runner going from first to second. He sees the ball in front of him. He hit the ball the opposite way. Everything you asked for in that hit and run. Now they're sitting first and third. They got opportunity to break this inning open.
2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far.
Hey, need you right here. One time. Let's go.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Gustavo Gonzalez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Gonzalez.
Hey, drive that pitch, huh? Here you go.
Here's a high pop-up. Volpe is there for it. 2 down. Ready for another shot now, Jermaine Rogers. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th.
Let's go now, one time.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Striding in once again, Darren James.
Third baseman, Darren James.
Now a move over to first, and a dive, but he's back.
Come on, let it fly.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Outside.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
Hey, one time, right now. Here we go.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. He's running towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Hey, let the can up there, huh? No one better.
And there's the 4th wide one, so he's aboard on the intentional walk.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit sharply on the ground. Over to Altuve for the force, and that'll be that. On 2 hits for the Yankees. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Yankees 3 and the Astros nothing.
Johnson.
To third. James fields it cleanly. And he's set down, one away. Into the box now, Darren James.
Third baseman, Darren James. Let's get ready.
First offering on its way. Down and away, 1 ball and no strike.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
1-0 count. Here it is. And the changeup is way low that time.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Oh, he got away with a changeup there. 3-1 now.
Hey, need you right now. Here we go.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a line drive into left field. A base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Well, that's a big hit. It's late in the game. That puts you up 4 runs. What happens late in the game now with a 4-run lead? A grand slam can't beat you if you happen to give one up. That's a big run.
Digging in, Dan Vogelback. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
Here we go. No one better.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back safely. 2 men are on with 2 men out.
Hey, drop him in for us. We need you. Here we go.
Hey, your turn now. Nobody better.
Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
And the pitch on 2-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. And oh, he can't knock this one down as it zips right by him into left.
Man, it looked like he didn't want any part of that ball. I know it was hit hard, but come on, man, at least knock it down. Body up, man up. Let's go.
Digging in once again, Aaron Alford. 2 doubles for him to this point in the game.
Aaron Alford.
Hey, need you right here. Need you.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Calling for it, Santana, and that's the 3rd out.
Hey, anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the
Baseball is on the air. It's Game 2 of the ALDS between the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. Game 2 of the AL Division Series is next. Doug Mays is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, H?
This guy's been a very reliable, successful big league starter. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. He gets the ball every time you ask him, doesn't complain. I like his attitude, and I'm wondering if he gives the other team a little attitude today.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Houston Astros.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, you better look out for that cleanup spot. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he could do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Batting third.
Hey, one time,
Third
right now,
baseman.
kid. Here we go.
Darren James.
Come on, big guy. Hey, drive that pitch, huh?
Here comes the first pitch. The high fastball is in there.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
2 out, nobody on. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You talk about a pitcher's umpire. If you're working both sides of the plate, you have a tendency to be pretty effective with Matthew Ross back there. Look, there's no doubt he's a pitcher's umpire. If I was pitching in this game, I'm sending him a taxi, making sure he gets there safe.
And that finds its way through for a base hit. Some 2-out success to keep the top of the first alive.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box scores. But, man, that ball was hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself if he stays consistent and keeps that approach.
Let's go, kid. One time, right here.
Batting fourth. First baseman. Dan Vogelbach.
Steal.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. This one's down to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Striding into the box, Michael Volpe.
Third baseman. Michael
Into the windup,
Volpe.
ready with the payoff pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Knee high, he barehands it. Hats off to that one.
There's just something about a barehanded play that gets you out of your seat. The way the fielder glides to the ball, grabs it with an open hand, and often begins his throw without even looking at the base. Whoo-wee, these players make it look so easy, you forget how hard it really is.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Darren James.
Darren James.
Hey, make it yours.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Catch made there by Altuve, and there are 2 gone now. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket. as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. Ready once again, Darren James. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And the runner back in standing. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
No runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game. He continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and this one gets away. Throw to the plate, and not in time as the run scores. What a bad time for a wild pitch, as the run will score from third.
Wow, the pitcher has no one to blame but himself. Man on third, he just uncorks one. The runner alertly takes off immediately and gets their first run of the game just handed to him on a silver platter.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That has to make you feel really...
Digging in and looking for more, Stephen Parkinson. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. And he will beat the tag, safe at the plate.
Appeared to be a risky try for the plate on that play, but our show track technology shows us here it was his great wheels that made all the difference.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So digging in once again, Darren James. He's the one to start things off, with his guys in danger of seeing this series leveled at a game apiece, barring a 9th inning rally. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
1-0 count. Here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now.
Man, this is a big at bat. Look, you got the leadoff guy at the plate. He's got 3 balls on him. You're down a few runs. He's got to take a pitch right here. He's got to hope they walk him. At least make him work till you get a count and where you got to swing the bat.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Swing and a hot shot toward third. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dan Vogelbach. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Austin is there, 1 away. Ready for another chance? Aaron Alford, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game.
Your turn now, no bet.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Whoa, he hit that one a little bit too hard. Line drive single, but the runner at second had to hold up, so he's not going to score, but nice piece of hitting anyway.
Nicholas Riggs.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Digging in to try it again, Jermaine Rogers.
Jermaine Rogers.
And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. One there. On to first. Not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Looked like that might be an inning-ending double play off the bat, but that was some great hustle to beat the throw at first. Keeps the inning alive, and more importantly, he gets an RBI because of it. Man, that's what you would call an efficient outing. One pitch, and he gets the save. He doesn't get paid by the pitch, so he just figured he'd end it quickly and hit the showers. Good call.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here and what turned out to be. Just about ready for baseball on MLB Network as you get a look at beautiful Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York. It's Game 3 of the American. Ronald Hernandez will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, he's pretty basic. The stuff is good, but he's only going to bring 3 pitches at you. So as a hitter, it's easy to process elimination to start eliminating pitches, but he's very good with the 3 he has.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And
now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. What's going to be the key for him today, HR?
I think the key to this game is you got to string hits together. They've got a nice lineup, and if they can continue to put the pressure on one guy to the next guy, just keep adding on the hits, they're going to score some runs. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Yankees. And yes, they move players all over the field. They love.
In now, Darren James. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now a splitter starts things off with a called strike 1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Matt, you know, Dixon's interesting. I've seen a lot of pitchers complain because he's a hitter's umpire. He's really tight on the corners. You got to basically put the ball in the middle of the plate to get that call. Pitchers can't stand it. Hitters love him.
And this is going to be a foul ball.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless. Now batting, Michael Volpe.
Third baseman, Michael Volpe.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit to third. James moving to his right. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1. Digging in to try it again. Darren James. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
James.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And, Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Parkinson looks up, and it's gone. A solo shot here to left. His first homer so far in the series, as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, he hit that ball like he was looking for it. Just really crushed that pitch.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Darren James comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
Runner goes for second. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. One and 2, here it comes. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
To third. No problem here, 1 away. Ready once again, Darren James.
Third baseman, Darren James.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Now here's the pitch. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. That was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
Lays off 2 and 2 now.
Hey, have a rip like you can. Here you go.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind at the top of the 9th. Then they can't get it done at the bottom and come away with a loss.
This one definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the American League's Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Now here's a look at the Astros.
He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
Throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Hey, I ripped that up there, huh?
First pitch coming. Here it is. Darren James comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
This is a situation, Matt, where they can really redeem themselves. Look, they lost by 1 run last game. Really tough to get past. But you got to throw that out right here, right now is the time to turn it around, and this big half inning could do it for them.
Come on, big guy. You got this.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. 1 out and a runner on second base.
Hey, get your pitch, stay through it. Let's go, drive it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Santana moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Ready for another chance. Frank Johnson.
Frank Johnson.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to third. To his right, James. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. Striding in once again, Darren James. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
James.
Hey, get your pitch, drive it right here.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Low for ball 1.
Let her rip right here. Let's go.
Hey, have a rip, kid. Here
Now
you
a
go.
throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Ball 2 now.
Now he finds himself down 2-0. It looks like he's just distracted. This is the advantage of having a guy on first base who can run.
That one's in there on the black. 2-1.
Well, that looked like a good pitch to hit right there. I thought he might be swinging 2-0, but that's what makes him such a good hitter. He's really zeroing in on his spot. He got the fastball he's looking for, but it wasn't in the location.
Now that's popped up. Lyles is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in to try it again. Freddie Lyles comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. To third, James comes up with it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason. You talk about impact players. This is how you impact the series, the way he's been swinging the bat.
Stepping up now, Dan Vogelbach. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Here's a look over to first. Runner back safely. And another throw over. And the runner back. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. Well, when a stolen base is that close, it's interesting to check it out on show track. And as the numbers come in, you'll want to focus on the top speed. Really good, and it paid off there. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw gets him. 2 down. At the plate, Aaron Alford. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Aaron Alford.
Here it is on 3-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Austin is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. The Yanks leave 1.
Hey,
ready for another shot now. Jose Altuve, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt. Now at the plate, Darren James.
Third baseman, Darren James.
First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Called strike at the knees. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Santana ranging back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
This one definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 5 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros. With that, here's a look at the Yankees.
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Darren James comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence is going to remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school of if you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the play a little bit more than the other.
Ball 2.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
2-0 count. Here it comes. And that one right down Main Street.
That's a fastball right down the middle. Now, you might be able to get away with it in the first inning. Guys are still filling him out. But if he's going to have success in this game, Matt, he's going to have to be on the corners with that fastball.
Come on, baby. Get your pitch up. Stay sure. Let's go.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
I got 3-1.
And there's
3
one
balls,
well
1
above the
strike.
zone for a ball. 3-1. Line drive to center field. Santana is there. 2 gone.
Leading off for the Yankees,
Come on, big dog, get your
third
pitch.
baseman, Darren James.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1.
Come on, let it fly right here.
Here's the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Squared that one up just a little late.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
Ball 3.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Ready once again, Darren James. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Good one. Get a good rip on it, huh?
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. And now a pitch on the way. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And he missed again, high and away this time, 3-1. Dan Vogelbach waits on deck. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Santana going back on it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And with 2 gone, here's a look at our playoff tree. Of course, the winner of this series has a tough task ahead with the Boston Red Sox waiting next. Ready for another shot now, Darren James. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, man, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, Parkinson. He gets there to make the play, but here comes the tying run from third. And this will go down as a sac fly and an RBI, as it's now a 4-2 game. Striding in once again, Freddie Lyles. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit on the ground to third. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
That is a great 2-strike approach. Spread his legs out, kept the hands back, and just punched the ball through.
Digging in once again, Stephen Parkinson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Pitch popped up. James is there, and he's got it for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Ball 1.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Hey, right guy, right place. Nobody better. On now.
The 1-0. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Now the 2-0. And this one's in the dirt, and he'll keep that runner where he is. But meanwhile, it's 3-0 now. The 3-0 takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
No one better. Clutch up right now.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Chang waits on it and start the celebration. The Astros are off to the ALCS.
Well, they know their work is nowhere close to being finished, but they've handled their business so far, winning here to punch their ticket to the ALCS and a possible trip to the World Series. Well done.
Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through and it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been the AL Division Series.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First.